Next video of the day, second video of the day, is the hardest side quest in Geometry Dash by Hypo. Let's get it, let's go. I'm guessing he's going to talk about the hardest achievements that aren't completing demons on the main list.
The typical reasoning for pushing oneself to do something incredible in this game is the recognition and seeing your name appear on the top of the demon list. Many players
I don't really think that's true. You think Zoink does it because he wants to be known? Frick no, Zoink does it because he wants to mog everyone. Wait, I guess that's kind of the same thing.
You or I have played the game in search of those things. But for some people, they can do stuff nobody in their right mind would consider, all just because they can. Things that are up there with the hardest.
Ooh, it might be like speed related things, like beating Future Funk at 2x speed by Zoink or something like that.
Achievements the community has ever seen. These are the hardest side quests in Geometry Dash.
Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row. Who was that? That was Pop-Off, right? Because that was Slaughterhouse is Dead. That was Pop-Off, I believe. That is absolutely crazy. That's insane. Like, we watched a video earlier about how difficulty isn't like beating Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row isn't 3 times harder than beating Slaughterhouse 1 time. It's like 900 times harder. And the fact that he did that is absolutely absurd.
A top 10 demon 1 time is a huge accomplishment for any player. People spend years striving for this, with many just never being able to break through and do it. Now imagine doing so multiple times in a row without any deaths. Some players throughout the history of the game have managed to accomplish this feat.
Multiple people have beat Slaughterhouse 3 times in a row? What? I'm pretty sure he's just saying in general they've beaten more than one extreme demon in a row.
The first notable instance being the player Sid125 beating the Golden 3 times in a row.
The Golden? Isn't that like legacy list now? That's crazy.
Achievement that could have been considered harder than the hardest demons of its time, Acheron and Avernus. To make it even more absurd, he did this with a broken mouse with only...
Okay, I did it on 144 Hz, 240 FPS. In 2 weeks, I beat the Golden only 3 times total. What? I didn't touch the game for an entire year. He had input lag because he was sharing screen and recording. If his mouse wasn't broken at all, he could have done it 6 times in a row. He got 6 runs without dying in the level. 49, 94, 100, 100, 167. Bro, that's insane.
3 prior completions of the level after not touching the game for a year. It came completely out of nowhere and shows just how good of a player Sid125 was. This went uncontested as the hardest level to ever be beaten 3 times in a row, until
Pop-Off and Slaughterhouse. WW Pop-Off.
Buff came around and would do something so much harder that it makes this look like an easy achievement. He would beat
I wouldn't say that, but I do like the exaggeration he's given. Yeah, Slaughterhouse is Dead. I called that video too. I'm an OG veteran.
3 times in a row with no breaks or deaths in between. This was undoubtedly the hardest thing that had ever been done at the time, and is still up there as one of the craziest.
Wait, Slaughterhouse was like... Oh, Ice Cave said it himself. Slaughterhouse was 7th and 8th when Pop-Off did this. So that's like somebody beating every end 3 times in a row with no dying. That's absolutely insane to think about. What? Was he better than Zoink at this time? There's no way if it was 2 years ago. That's still insane.
Achievements in the game today. Things like this are why Pop-Off is the number 2 player in the world without a doubt. The level of precision and consistency to be able to perfectly execute this 3 times in a row.
Pop-Off would easily be number 1. Easily if Zoink wasn't a thing, but sadly, I mean not sadly, but like unfortunate for Pop-Off, Zoink's just the go.
Row is staggering. The odds of anybody ever doing this with a harder level than Slaughterhouse are slim to none. Just a mind-boggling achievement, even compared to the other crazy things people have done in the game.
Wait, is Bloodbath harder than the Golden? I don't think so. No, there's no way. No. Sorry, that was stupid. Of course it's not.
Instead of doing the same level multiple times,
Sonic Wave at one point. Wave levels have got to be the hardest to like speed hack. To do it faster than it's meant to, right? Because like every other one, it's kind of the same, but Wave is really hard.
Some people instead opted to make the levels faster to make them...
That's Zoink's colors and his Wave, but Zoink wasn't the one who did this?
...harder. This would originate from the Nepesta video, speed hacking demons to make them faster. Taking what was previously used for cheating by many hackers like Nubis, and instead using it to make the game...
Bro, that's insane. How are they even comprehending that? That's like 12 CPS, and that's not even supposed to be spam.
...more challenging. A list for speed hacked achievements would end up being created, and the current
Bro.
#1 player Zoink would make a video on
Oh, so Zoink did, this was Zoink. Okay, I just had to make sure.
it, where he'd end up achieving a completion of Sonic Wave on 1.35 times speed.
That looks so much more than 1.35. That looks like it's like 1.8, I'm not gonna lie.
For his video. This run he did for content was hard enough to become the hardest speed hack achievement in the game at the time. Yes, you
Zoink, it's just content, bro. It's just content.
heard
W Zoink.
the at the time correctly. This has since been dethroned by something far more absurd. The verifier of Cosmos Unleashed, R Shadow, would take
Okay,
his high
is it Cosmos? I thought it was Cockmock. Is that crazy? I really thought it was Cockmock. I thought that was the kind of the meme and the fun of it. Not Cosmos. I thought it was K. Never mind. I did think it was Cockmock though.
CPS wave control and
Wait, that's a W SpongeBob icon. Did you
of
see that?
Cosmos Unleashed, R Shadow,
Wait.
would take
Look at
his
it.
high CPS
Look at that icon. WQ.
wave control and use it to complete the top 150 demon True Effect on 1.3 times speed. This level at base speed already demands high CPS from
That's harder than Sonic Wave. I thought Sonic Wave was higher than that. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong.
players, let alone 30% faster. Just watch the video and hear how fast the clicks required are.
Look at the FPS. Look at that, or the CPS top right.
Most people
Wait, I'm top right. I'll tell you when it reaches its peak.
could never hope to do this. This record has gone completely
like 12,
uncontested since it
14.
was achieved.
16 was the highest I saw it.
Silent Dick Tross was a joke top 1,
What is Silent Dick Tross? What the fuck is that? I've never heard of that.
made in 3 hours for a funny content video by the YouTuber
Did it get rated?
Stallion, and uploaded to the servers for anybody to try their hand at verifying. While it may not be top 1 difficulty anymore, it still remained as a challenge to any player that wanted to
Bro.
attempt it. And of course somebody did. This is Surgius, a player who notably jumped
Jump from quant. Oh my gosh, what is that? Quantum processor? Yo, what is this? Who is this brain rot guy? Gilbert Cat Demon? What the fuck is this?
from quantum processing to quanti-use processing, and has a taste for very unconventional levels that aren't traditionally seen as good or well made. Silent Dick Trust naturally was exactly what they were
I
looking
can't. Silent Dick Tross, bro.
for as the next project. With their skill boost from Quantus, they would end up getting world record after world record before verifying the level. Only they would take on a level like this that stands little to no chance of ever being rated.
Wait, what was they said it's not top 1 but like considered, so it's like top 10 for sure. That's actually kind of crazy. An unrated top 10, that's kind of insane to think about.
The level is estimated to be main list difficulty.
Oh. Main list is just not like main list, yeah, is really hard, but main list is just not that bad.
What happens when you get a #1 player who's very ready and willing to take on less than serious verifications? You end up with Zoink verifying
Bro.
both Quantus processing and the bloop, both of which being top 10 at the time of verification.
Zoink literally is just like good at Geometry Dash in every possible way. There's not a thing, a mode, achievement he's bad or can't achieve. Like, it's insane.
Quantus is a very distorted remake of quantum processing, with strange gameplay and decoration choices all throughout the level.
That's what I was thinking the guy jumped to. Is that not? He jumped to Quantis or Quantus? One of the two. I don't know. They're too confusing to think about.
When released, nobody knew if it would get rated, but when the big man himself, RobTop, came to Zoink's stream, he was asked to rate it and followed suit. It would land in the top 10 where it remains to this day. The bloop
Wait,
has
it's still 9? Also, the bloop was like 20 something, right? Like 27 or something?
more traditionally presentable deco, but conceptually is a lot more unoriginal, being blue ocean themed Kinos. Not something I ever thought would be made, but you never know what's going to come out. This too would end
Does it have the same gameplay? Surely it has different gameplay. Obviously it does, right? Isn't it just any 9 circles level? Then why Kinos?
up needing to get blessed up by Rob on a stream, this time being Tricks, getting rated together with Society. It did end up holding the number 10 spot on the list for a mere 3 days, before Green Bullet immediately kicked it out. The level still has no victors, with nickname
Green
being
Bullet. Isn't Green Bullet a really, really new level? Like 2 weeks? And isn't it like a lot harder than everyone thought? Who verified it? I don't even remember who verified it, but that's Green Bullet's like an unknown top 10, I feel like.
the clear frontrunner at the moment, having 93 on it.
Invisible level, that's like a completely different, that's like a completely different step up. That's like a different galaxy of difficulty, bro. That's insane. That's just like pure memory. That's all it is.
Typically, when beating a level, you tend to use visual cues to figure out when to click and when not to click. It's a fundamental skill nearly every level in the game utilizes. You subconsciously start doing it from the moment you open Stereo Madness. So what happens if all of the visual gameplay is
Bro, how are you beating this? And isn't like Invisible Deadlocked an insane demon? That's insane. Maybe it's an insane demon for Albert Einstein or Isaac Newton. There's nobody else that smart that can beat that easily. Like, what?
completely removed? This is its own little subgenre of invisible levels. This first started with Karma L making all 3 of the Rob Top demons
Bro.
completely
How? I just can't comprehend how you log on. You're like, let me play Geometry Dash, and you're playing this level as follows.
invisible and legitimately completed
You're playing nothing. You're just clicking and just like trying to memorize. I don't even know how you memorize that level. That's so hard.
them that way. After bugging Rob Top about it, he'd offer to rate one of them, and Carmel selected Deadlock, leading
Okay, Loki, how is that rated? I didn't even think about that, but how the flip is that rated?
to it being the first rated invisible level. This takes what's normally an easy demon up to insane demon off the sheer difficulty
Should be extreme. I'll stand by that. It should be extreme.
of having to remember where to go without the visual feedback. This was crazy, man, but he didn't stop here. This is Mannix, a completely original invisible level with background decoration by Mannix.
Wait, it's a completely original. It's not a copy of a level. How do you learn it then, bro? How are you learning the level and how do you beat it? What?
648. It was released as both a visible and invisible level, with the
Oh, okay. Well, it's only a medium demon at normal.
visible version being medium demon, and the invisible version being a low-end extreme demon. With Deadlocked, you're at least guaranteed to have muscle
That's like actually insane, bro. Like, I don't even know how this is possible. I feel like this is harder than speed hacking, unless it's at like 3 times speed.
memory to use, but for this it has completely new gameplay with some slight differences from the visible version that'll catch you even if you try.
It has differences. Yo, what is up, baby princess puppy? Thank you for being in the stream. Wait, so how it has original content that's not in the whatever it's called. That's not in the visible level. So how are you learning that? Just by trial and error when you're dying, when you're just dying over and over again?
Try to use it to practice. Now these are hard, but it gets so much harder. Raiden Bull is a high-level player who got the bright idea to take Carmel's Extreme Demon Black Blizzard
No.
and make it completely invisible. This is
He didn't beat it. I know he didn't.
Blind Blizzard. Raiden Bull would pour in 74
Oh my gosh, he beat it. Oh my gosh, wait, he beat Black Blizzard on mobile. Yeah, that's so crazy. 178,000 attempts, but he beat. Yeah, how? I just like am actually at a loss for words. It's normally an insane demon. You make it invisible. I feel like that's like top 30 level, like difficulty wise. Yeah, what the hell? How are you doing that? That's insane.
4,000 attempts to beat the at the time number 84 demon completely blind. Even today,
That's the number 84. Wait, it was 84 on the list beforehand, or it was 84 on the list after it got invisible. Either way, that's insane.
Black Blizzard in its visible form is a mid-range extreme, so doing this was crazy.
Black Blizzard is an extreme? I thought it was an insane. And how did he beat it, bro? What?
For all intents and purposes, this was within the top 10 hardest achievements in the game at the time, and that still may be
That's more than top 10. That's like top 3. That's like nearly top 1, bro. Give him more credit than that. Like, that's insane.
underselling it. Naturally, you'd think it couldn't get any more absurd than this, and you'd be wrong. Raiden Bull had one more in him. This is
Slaughterhouse.
Sunset Sandstorm, a Black Blizzard-inspired level that is
Wait.
a good amount harder. He took
Oh, there's someone who's trying to beat Slaughterhouse at like he beat Slaughterhouse at like 0.01 or 0.1 opacity or something, which is basically invisible.
this level that was placed in the top 50 at the time and made it invisible. Sightless Sandstorm was indeed one of the
Bro.
craziest side quests in GD history. Even the top players of today would struggle to beat an invisible level with this hard of gameplay.
Well, yeah, how are you doing that? It's like the learning pattern is just completely different. It's all trial and error. I feel like it's literally just how much time you put in.
Let alone 5 years ago. It could have been the hardest completion in the game at the time in May of 2021. This is where the invisible levels end for right now. Maybe
Thank you, bro. I was about to have a heart attack if somebody beat a harder one invisible. That's insane.
someone else will be able to one-up this someday. Zoink
Sonic
is not
Bath.
the only number 1 player who had crazy side quests. Sunix actually had a top 1 worthy
Wait,
side
Sunix was a top player? I'm sorry if I should have known that. I didn't realize Sunix was like a top player.
quest that few people even remember happened. Bloodbath and Sonic Wave are probably the 2 most iconic extreme demons of all time. Both really difficult
Did he beat them in order? Wait, that's insane.
levels in their own right. What Sunix did was take a copy of Sonic Wave and add on Crack to Etzer from Bloodbath as an extension, and he of course would end up verifying this, titling it Sonic Bath.
Bro, you're just like piecing together. Yeah, here's the next level. You're gonna beat all of Society, then beat the second half of Flame Wall, followed by the first half of Thinking Space 2, and then all of Amethyst, and that will be top 1. And by the way, to make it a little bit harder, we're gonna make it invisible, okay? And you're gonna have to play on a potato. Does that sound fair? That sound fun? Yes.
For when it came out in May of 2017, this was the game's hardest achievement, which obviously was never going to get rated or placed onto the demon list. Due to that fact, it's almost lost to time and very few people remember how much of an oddity it was for its time. He really just went and did that all because he could.
Is it oh my gosh. Tung so Oracle's behind. 30 extreme in 24 hours. He's beating an extreme demon every hour and a half, a little less than that, like an hour and 10 minutes. Who are you, bro? But I feel like Zoink could beat whatever the last level was pretty easily. The Sonic Bloodbath, is that crazy of me to say? I feel like that's just like not that hard for Zoink. I mean, obviously I gotta give him more credit because it was a while ago, but still.
Our last and most recent side quest is the brand new world record for most
This level is just so insane, bro. How is this rated?
extreme demons completed in 24 hours. The extreme grinder Magneto would try to one-up their previous tied world record of 24 extremes in a day, and was able to not only pass that, but get all the way to 30 before calling it with 2 hours still left in the day.
Bro, they still had 2 hours left. They probably just... Imagine playing for 22 hours. I'd go actually insane.
The record got completely destroyed, and each extreme would have needed to take an average of 45 minutes, not accounting for breaks.
Bro.
Less than 11,000 total attempts were needed to learn and beat all 30 of the levels.
Wait, they weren't like re-beating them? They're the best player then. I swear they are. How are you not... They're not re-beating them. They learned and beat 30... extreme demons in 24 hours with less than 11,000 attempts? Yeah, my butt, bro. That's false.
This record will likely remain uncontested for a long time due to the time and learning ability one would need to challenge it. What all of these achievements have in common is the beauty of being able to choose your own path in this game. Sure, the rate system and demon list exist as entities that
Nah, bro, I realized that recently because I've been going for shitty Bloodbath, and like I realized the shitty list is so peak because it's like a little bit nerfed, but still like high extremes or high insane demons, low extremes, and it's like you just don't have to worry about the deco. The learning is different. It's just so fun, and it's like completely obviously not rated, but it's like choose your own adventure, and I really like it.
loosely guide what to do, but you're free to choose anything as a goal to achieve, and that's part of what makes this game and its community so special. There's all sorts of players trying all sorts of things all the time, and there's never a lack of variety. Who knows what people will decide to dedicate themselves to in the future.
W video. Drop a sub. This guy's underrated. Hypo, drop a sub, like this video, and watch it in a muted tab because I don't want to steal their views. W video. What did we learn? We learned that people are demons and that I don't believe that somebody beat 30 extreme demons in 24 hours. But that was a W video.